Donald Trump loves to say that the world is back to respecting the United States, but honestly, his handling of immigration alone is enough to set us back years, if not decades, in the respect field. And more details are coming out every day of how devastating it's been. We are now perpetrating actual torture, not just metaphoric stuff, but this is literal stuff that is banned the world over, and we're enthusiastically doing it. And so Human Rights Watch, thankfully, has put out a report of these details. They drew from the testimonials of 17 detainees examining conditions since President Donald Trump took office in January. Testimonies revealed detainees were forced to eat the day's only meal like a dog with their hands shackled behind their back. Some were detained for days with nothing but shoes for a pillow and no other bedding, just cold concrete floors and a constant fluorescent lighting. Medical care that denied a man with diabetes insulin for a week and may have contributed to at least one death. We don't even know that was the death. It sounds like the sort of thing that ends with death, but we don't know for sure. And so the conditions are not only rough here in our concentration camps, but remember, we're sending them overseas to places that have been chosen because of how brutal they are to these people. And these conditions are terrible. Now, some people might say, oh, well, worst of the worst, what do you want? So they have to sleep on concrete. But again, I will desperately try to get through to you. They are not the worst of the worst. The vast majority have done nothing wrong other than not have the documentation you would like them to have. And a significant portion of those who have actually run afoul of a real law did so in the area of, again, immigration or traffic laws. There is scarcely a violent criminal to be found among them, and many of the people being sent to the most barbaric prisons in the world did nothing wrong. They were just good members of their communities until they were rounded up, sent on a plane so that Donald Trump could add one to the number of people that he's deported. And this is how they're being treated. Now, the facilities in this report have had issues that predated this administration, but the report said that Trump administration officials have been unwilling to uphold standards to properly treat immigrant detainees. And good luck getting them to care about any of this, including this report from Human Rights Watch. In fact, we're gonna have a quote sort of to that effect in about a minute. Bear in mind, after all of this, all this torture and horrible conditions and international laws and norms being violated, Congress voted to give Trump another $170 billion in funding for immigration enforcement because, as I have told you before, our immigration machinery is better funded than the vast majority of world militaries. That is what we have put together, and they're not gonna slow down that fund of money, which is big, and a lot of corporations are gonna make a ton off of this, contractors, private military corporations, private prisons, all of that, because of worries about the conditions. They just don't care. And so let's talk now about CECOT specifically. This is one of those prisons that we've talked about a lot. Andrei Hernandez is the gay Venezuelan makeup artist who was released back to Venezuela in a prisoner swap and is telling us about his horrifying experience there. So he returned to Venezuela on Friday as part of a prisoner exchange after spending 4 months in CECOT in El Salvador. They and the Venezuelan government alleged they were beaten, shot with rubber projectiles, held in dark cells, and served rotten food. Many of our fellows, he said, have wounds from nightsticks. They have fractured ribs, fractured fingers and toes. They have marks from handcuffs, marks on their chests, on their face from the projectiles. They're literally shot in the face with these rubber projectiles. There have also been claims of sexual abuse in CECOT. There was a video broadcast on state television on Monday where Hernandez alleged sexual abuse by the guards there. Venezuela's attorney general has said his office will investigate President Bukele of El Salvador over the alleged abuses. Okay, so mistreatment of a variety of forms, bad conditions, physical abuse, sexual abuse as well. And our government has said these people are awesome. They're so awesome, in fact, that we're gonna pay them millions of dollars to house people that for some reason can't be held in concentration camps here in the United States. And so now they're told about this, including the sexual abuse. And White House spokeswoman Abigail Jackson has referred allegations of mistreatment to El Salvador's government, while the US Department of Homeland Security dismissed the allegations, calling the men criminal, illegal gang members. And again, what made them gang members? They had tattoos. Not like tattoos where they're like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm an MS-13. It's just symbols, crowns, it's Chicago Bulls stuff like that. It was just enough to get them sent on that checklist that DHS had put together. That's all it is. By the way, let's say that it's true. It's not, they're lying, but let's say that it's true and they are actually gang members. We're sending them there, and in fact, we're paying, me and you are paying for them to be sent to places where they will be raped. Do I care if they're gang members? Oh, well, that's fine. For a second, I had that natural human reaction where I don't think that people should be beaten and raped. But then I remember they're gang members and I didn't care anymore. And I'm obviously joking, but unfortunately, that is the actual thought process of millions of Americans. And that's, by the way, why the Trump administration can't get through one sentence without using the term criminal aliens or whatever. They think accurately that if they label these people criminals or label them gang members, even if there's no or scant evidence of any of that, that many people will turn off the part of their body or the part of their brain that controls empathy or compassion. And the issue is that has been working for them. That's been working so much that they don't care about they're being raped in a prison in El Salvador. They don't care if they're being eaten by alligators in Florida. Just label them a gang member and it's anything goes. Well, I'm, I guess, old-fashioned. I think that we should be better than that, or at least we should aim to be better than that. And I think that we can get back to a sane immigration policy that does not spend tens of billions of dollars desperately trying to round up hairdressers and empanada saleswomen and then send them to the places where they'll be brutalized on a daily basis. In any event, I also just want to let you briefly know Kilmar Abrego Garcia is going to be released from detainment, and the judge has put out a warning to ICE. You are not allowed to instantly arrest him and then send him to South Sudan. It's still going to happen though. Let's keep it real. They're gonna arrest him. They're gonna deport him. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that I'm being hyperbolic. I don't believe so. I think he's going to be disappeared somewhere, and God only knows what's going to happen to him after that. If you enjoyed that, make sure that you never miss another video by subscribing. And if you want a little more, consider hitting the join button and becoming an actual member. But you're probably wondering, why the hell would I do that, John? First off, calm down. The stakes in this are very, very low. But also, when you click the join button and you become a member, you get access to bonus content that I make every week, and it's a ton of fun. You get access to tons of custom emojis and more besides that. By the way, if you join at tier 3, you even get access to a monthly member hangout with myself and other awesome people, and we always have a great time. By the way, you'll get all that going forward, but you also unlock years of the back catalog. That is literally 100 or more bonus clips, top 10 lists, debates, and more. What are you waiting for? Click the join button below. Your support powers our show, and we couldn't do it without you. Or at the very least, I wouldn't really want to try. Viewers like you keep me here, so thank you in advance for joining.